Hello everyone, welcome back. It's TGR, that's Gaming Robo. Guys, in this video we're managing Manchester City. We're going to see whether or not if we can get Manchester City back from the Championship to the Premier League and trying to fight for the Premier League title. Now, as always guys, please make sure that you do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell too. And with this database, the Championship Manager 01020, the Legends and Kids database, you can download this database from the Championship Manager 0102 forum, as you can see in this short video. Now guys, let's crack on with the video. Let's see what we can do managing Manchester City. So we've come to the first game of the season and we have brought in a fair few players, as you can see, likes of Gianni Riviera, Jean-Pierre Papin, Johan Nieskins, Marco Tardelli, Danny Blanchflower, Mark Bright, Dalian Atkinson, Georgie Hadji, and the players that have left us as well, names like Nicky Summerby, Sean Wright-Phillips, Jeff Whiteley, the GOAT, Sean Gota, Kevin Horlock, Paul Dickoff, Simon Colosimo and Andy Morrison. Now, we're not expecting a massive miracle in the first season, but the players we brought in, I'm feeling fairly confident that we should be heading towards the playoffs at the very least. So let's head off to the end of the season and let's see what's happened to this Manchester City team. So we've come to the end of the first season and literally the start of the first. And as you can see, we're already in the Premier League. So we have to go to the competitions to see what happened. We were first in the Championship, scoring 103 goals. That is crazy. That is crazy. I expect us to get to the playoffs at least. Got knocked out in the third round of the League Cup, the fourth round of the FA Cup. Obviously we won't be able to see the stats, so we got to go through some of the players individually. Papin scored 23 goals last season. Mark Bright hardly played, but when he turned up, he turned up. Well, what about Dalian Atkinson? 13. That's quite poor actually. Riviera, he's transfer listed by request, and he had a great season. So he's actually a really good player, but he wants to leave. Why does he want to leave? He dislikes Tardelli and he wants to move to a bigger club. Fair. Tardelli, speaking of the devil, he had an okay season too. As for a defensive midfielder, that's not that bad actually. But I mean, we've done really well. Obviously with season 1, we're in the Premier League. So the main focus now is to see whether or not if we can bring anyone else in and make our team better. So let's head over to the start of the first game of the second season and let's see who we've managed to bring in. So here comes the first game in our first season in the Premier League, but it's the second season in our 5-season challenge with Man City. We've managed to bring in a boatload of players. The Chris Bart-Williams, Michael Walsh, David Priest, Ian Pearce, Dave Besson, what a legendary goalie he was. Michael Clegg, I like Michael Clegg. I don't know what it is about him, but I like the guy. I think he's really good. John Barnes, Seth Johnson, Tony Cascarino, Steve Bruce, and Michael Dobson. We spent £21.5 million. That's not that much for the look of the amount of players that we brought in. And the players that have left us, main names that you can see is Torre, Bradley Wright-Phillips. Hadji's left us. Oh, that's a bit sad. Papin's left us as well. Blanchflower's left us as well. From what I can see, obviously a lot of these guys had minimum fee release clauses. I think a lot of them's left because of the minimum fee release clause. But Tardelli, he was transfer listed by request, so obviously he went because of that. So we're heading off to obviously our first season in the Premier League. I don't know what it is, but I do think we're going to struggle in the Premier League because our team is all over the place at the moment, and we've got no real stability in the team, apart from probably Tiato, Joey Barton, Richard Dunn, and my two strikers, Atkinson and Bright. So let's head over to the end of the second season. Let's see what's happened to this Man City team. So we've come to the end of our second season, and as I said, it's the first in the Premier League. We need to see what has happened. 7th. Okay, we've done really, really well. We've done really well to actually end up 7th in the Premier League. Have a look at the competition. So, FA Cup, we've got to the quarter-final. We got beaten by Sunderland. That's shocking. And the League Cup, 3rd round again. Main notice you can see here, guys, we've managed to bring in Pele. Pele is playing for Man City. £52 million. He's got a £77 million release clause, so I'm hoping we don't get stung by that. But have a quick look at the stats. Top goal scorer, Dalian Atkinson with 10 goals. That is crap. That is crap. Oh, well, let's head over to the end, to the start of the start of the third season. I'm getting so confused with what I'm saying because we've had an awful goal scoring record season. So head over to the start of the third season and let's see what we've managed to produce transfer market wise, who's left us, and see if we're able to really contend for potential spots in the Europa League. So it's the third season, manager Man City, and players we've managed to bring in: Popescu, Phil Mulrine, Paul Walsh and Brian McClare. As you can see, we spent a lot more money this time around, £43.5 million on these 4 players. The players that have left us: Tony Cascarino, only staying with us for 1 season. Giovanni Riviera, he had a not bad season last season actually, and Michael Dobson. So this is our team that we're playing with this season. As you can see, we're sticking Mulrine up in attack and midfield with Brian McClare, with Pele just in front of these 2 players. So I'm really looking forward because I think we should be able to hit European places. Europa League, Champions League, either one. Obviously we want the Champions League because we're going to get more money and more, hopefully, better chances to win any more cups. So let's head over to the end of the season. Let's see what's happened to us in season 3 with Man City. So it's the end of season 3, and have we managed to get European qualification? Oh, look at that! We finished 6th. We got 1 higher. 1 higher in this season. I think that is Europa League qualification. All right, let's have a look at the tournaments so far. So FA Cup semi-final. Oh my god. Leeds beat us 3-2. I'm shocked by that. And semi-final in the League Cup. We lost 3-0 on aggregate to Man United. Okay, let's have a look at the stats. Top goal scorer. We knew Pele was going to be there. Come on. Was anyone in any doubt that Pele was not going to be top goal scorer? Paul Walsh had a good season too. Phil Mulrine, not a bad season. You know, Premier League. He's not really Premier League status, but he's done really well. Okay, so we have qualified for Europa League. Also, we've managed to bring in Helena de Freitas on a Bosman ruling during the January transfer window. Obviously, he didn't feature that much, so that's got to change this season. I'm still looking to see what we need to improve on. Definitely, I think midfield might be. McClare may not be able to be doing it in attack and midfield. Mulrine, I'm not too sure. He's done really well, don't get me wrong. Seth Johnson's obviously unhappy. He wants a new contract though. Right, so let's head over to the start of season 4 and see if we can improve this team, because I want Champions League qualification. So season 4, who have we brought in during this window? Kieran Dyer and Stefan Selikovic. And the people that have left us, Darren Huckabee. So this is the team that we're playing with. There was another player that came in during the January transfer window, Mario Di Castro. Once again, he didn't feature, but he came on as a sub once and scored. So we're going to be changing our formation lineup to the loud siren 4-3-3 formation, and obviously with Pele in the middle of the pack, but an all Brazilian up front three. So I'm hoping the Samba football is going to be here for Man City for season 4, and hopefully we will be in the Champions League and fighting for the Premier League title. So we've come to the end of season 4. Come on, we're in the Champions League. Get in. We missed out on 5 points to win the Premier League. That is unfortunate for us. All right, we've got a lot of unhappy players. All right, let's have a look. So Europa League 3rd round. We got beat by Celtic 3-2 on aggregate. That's a pretty good formation, that 5-2-1-2. Alright, what about the FA Cup semi-final? Lost to Man United. What about the League Cup? Oh, we won it! Oh, get in! We finally won our first cup. Oh, that's good. That is good. Right, let's have a look at the stats. And top goal scorer, Pele, 37 goals. Look at him. Absolutely amazing. Mario Di Castro, 23 goals. Stefan Selikovic, 19. Heleno de Freitas, 11, but 15 assists. But he is leaving to join Tottenham Hotspurs. Relieved to be moving to a bigger club soon. Tottenham's a bigger club than what we've created with Man City. No, it's not. Top assists. Michael Clegg with 17 assists. De Freitas with 15. Di Castro with 13. That's not bad at all for these guys. Alright, so we're in the Champions League for our last season managing Man City. I don't know what... First of all, we need to try and address with all the unhappiness in this team. So let's head over to the start of season 5 and see if we can sort the unhappiness in the team out, and if there's anyone else that's available for us to really try and help bolster our options, and hopefully we'll be able to fight for the Premier League title. So we've come to the start of season 5. It's our last season managing Man City, and we've managed to bring in a handful of players. Luca Toni, what a brilliant player he is. Frank Leboeuf, Tommy Smith, JJ Okocha and Nicholas Mendina. And people have left us: Laycock, De Freitas joined Tottenham for 43 million. Danny Tiato, Richie Cash and Chris Bart Williams have left us too. This is the team we've got. We've only got a handful of players that are unhappy now, but heading over to the end of the season, I want us to win the league so badly. So fingers crossed Man City have won the league. So we've come to the end of season 5. Have we won the league? No. Oh my God. We're crying out loud. We came 5th. We're out of the Champions League spots. Alright, let's have a look at the tournament. So, Champions League, we got to the second phase. Who was in our group? Inter, Ajax and Dortmund. Really, the group of death really fucked us over there. FA Cup 5th round. It looks like we just had an awful season. It really does look like we just had an awful season. League Cup quarter final. Who beat us then? Man United. Screw you. Obviously, we weren't in the Europa League. Well, I mean, over the 5 seasons, we managed to get Man City from the Championship to the Premier League, got the Europa League, got Champions League, and we're back in Europa League. And we've got players like Pelé playing for Man City, who has been absolutely amazing, scoring over 100 goals in 4 seasons. De Castro's obviously leaving at the end of the season. Luca Toni done well. So did Stefan Selikovic. Kieran Dyer had a great season too. But guys, if you have liked this video, please make sure that you do smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell too. But guys, thank you very much for your love and your support, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you the next video that we have on my channel here at TGR. That's Gaming Robo.
Game over, man.